Today you find me inside my BMW M2, my OG 2016 M2. And you're here wondering, should I buy an M2 as a daily driver? Is this car a car that I can daily drive every single day? Can I get coffee in it? Can I get groceries with it? And that's what this video is going to be about. How good of a daily driver is the BMW M2? Welcome guys to Driveway Journey, where I'm all about us moving from our first keys to our dream driveways. And you find me getting a coffee as a perfect daily test run of the BMW M2. Yes, you can daily drive the BMW M2 as you can with just about any car out there if you have the money, if you have the patience, if you have whatever to deal with whatever car. Genuinely, like as a normal car, yes, you can drive the M2 every day. There is a but, and I will get into that. So let's start talking about how it drives in general. Because if you're looking to buy one, or if you have one and you're looking whether you want to daily drive it, let me tell you about some of the points that I picked up on and some of the things that maybe are gonna matter to you, maybe not, but let's get into it. Right now I'm driving on the highway. I have a 6-speed manual transmission in this car. The issue that you will find is it's fairly loud on the highway at higher speeds, because when you're going 80 miles an hour, you're almost at 3,000 RPM. Because 80 is kind of the universal cruising speed on the highway, right? I know the speed limit's 65, but generally people will drive 80. That's kind of the standard speed that people go. And this car does have a bit of a drone at 80 miles an hour because the RPMs are sitting just under 3,000. If you get a dual clutch transmission, what you'll find is it's a lot quieter because it has the 7th gear, the kind of overdrive gear as they call it. So it does make driving on the highway a little bit more pleasant. The seats are fairly nice, fairly comfy. I don't really have any complaints about them. They're your standard BMW seats that you find in, all your 2 Series. And I want to say you also find these in other series outside of the 2 Series, but for all intents and purposes, comfortable seats, no complaints. The infotainment system is fine. Depending on the year that you get, you may or may not get CarPlay. For me, in my 2016 M2, I do not have CarPlay, which does kind of suck. And it has a little bit of a weird bug where it won't always tell you the song that's playing, the album title, none of that, which means you won't be able to skip songs on your steering wheel. I have a whole video on how to actually fix that, but that is an issue on this car, and from what I hear, on new BMWs as well. But all in all, the infotainment system is great. It has a steering wheel that's heated. Everything inside the cabin is just generally nice. It's a pleasant drive. People will say that this car is very harsh, that it's very bumpy, it's very stiff, and yes, to some degree it is stiff because it is a sports car, but it's not an unbearable drive. Like, I never ever find myself thinking about how stiff this drive is unless I actively think about, is this a stiff drive? Let me think about that for a moment. And then I'm feeling all the bumps on the road. But if you don't think about it, you don't feel it. It's not as stiff as people say. Before I get to really the negative points, let me talk about some of the more unique factors of daily driving an M2. And that is, you will get some people that interact with you on the road a little differently than if you had a normal car like a Subaru Impreza, like my daily driver. And you will get people that come up to you driving that will try to flex their 30-year-old Acuras on you with tinted windows and mismatched doors that want to race you. You will get those interactions. You will also get the really nice interactions of just normal people in normal cars giving you thumbs up, which is kind of cool. It's not something you typically get in a normal car, which, should go without saying. No one's gonna thumbs up you in a Subaru Impreza. In person, I've gotten a lot of people compliment my car. I've had a few older people ask me what it is because they're used to like the old generations of, the M3 and the M5. So they're like, what is this thing? It's not an M3, what is it? So then you have a quick little conversation, and it's like 9 out of 10 times a pleasant conversation. These are awesome interactions that you get when you daily drive an M2 because it's not an exotic, right? It's not a Ferrari, so you're not gonna get it every single time you get in the car. But if you daily drive it, you'll get it more often than you would just weekend driving the car, which is nice. It gives you a good feeling. People smile seeing your car. People like the car. Of course, someone out there is going to hate it because it's loud and obnoxious and you're driving too fast. Now, what is the big negative about daily driving the BMW M2? Costs, for one. Make sure you can afford to daily drive the M2. It is not an expensive car to maintain and upkeep in general, as long as you upkeep it. The thing with BMWs is they're very, very reliable if you pay upfront to upkeep them and maintain them preventatively. If you let things break, then things get very expensive very quickly. That is the key thing. I have had a couple things go wrong in my BMW M2, but literally every single thing was a common problem that pretty much has been well recorded and well documented at this point in other BMW M2s. I wouldn't worry too much about maintenance costs on the BMW M2. As long as you can afford the regular upkeep, just budget a little bit more money for random things that might break. Make sure you can afford it, because if you can't afford the upkeep on your M2, you're not going to be able to afford repairs on your M2. Now, if you live in a nice climate that doesn't get snow, you don't have to worry about this at all. You can daily drive it with really no issues. But if you live like I do in New England or somewhere that does get a lot of snow, I would not recommend daily driving this car. I just would not recommend it. Firstly, tires. You have to budget in winter tires. You cannot go on summer tires in the winter in this car. Do not do it. I do it because I don't drive my car much in the winter. I only drive it like to the coffee shop and then back just to keep the battery running in the winter. That's it. I do not drive this car in the snow. I did once through like slush and this car hated it. I was just praying that this car made it back home. Can you daily drive it in the winter? Yes, but are you gonna enjoy any part of the M2 in the winter? Not really. And then the last point I'll make is the transmission. You only have two options with the BMW M2 in this generation for the transmission. You either have the 6-speed manual or you have the dual clutch transmission. Both are great. I made a video recently about which one is better for daily driving. The big idea is that the dual clutch transmission is phenomenal if you want that race car feel, just banging through the gears. But for daily driving, the DCT sucks, because even though it is an automatic type transmission where it'll shift gears for you, the issue you'll have is at low speeds, it's very jerky, especially if you drive in sports or sports plus, which means for daily driving, the better option for a smoother and better experience is the 6-speed manual, which sounds great as long as you are happy and comfortable with daily driving a manual transmission, because that's not everyone's cup of tea. Another really quick thing I'll point out, the cup holders suck in this car, and I'll tell you why. Let me flip the camera around. For like one bottle and a cup, it's not that bad. But if you have like, for example, a venti cup from Starbucks, that's basically their large one that goes up to like here. It is so big that whenever you shift into like 5th gear, you're always bumping into it. And it's really uncomfortable to actually shift the car with the giant ones here. This one is not that bad. This one you can kind of get away with. In small cups, it's not a big deal, but just bear that in mind. If you get your Ventis and Trentas, you're not going to have a good time. And with that, I've made it to my coffee shop, so that's going to really be the end of this video. I hope that gives you a little bit of insight into whether you want to daily drive a BMW M2. So definitely give the M2 a try if you're looking at daily driving this car. I think you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be a good time. So that's going to be all for this one, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. And leave me a comment letting me know what you guys think. And if you guys are all about going from your first keys to your dream driveway, make sure you also check out my website, drivewayjourney.com. I have some shirts, hats, phone cases, and stuff like that that helps us represent our journeys that we're all undertaking as car enthusiasts, from our first keys to our dream driver. So if that's something you're into, if that sounds like it's right up your alley, make sure you guys check that out. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Till next time.